Hello, everyone. Welcome once again. It is a very special pre-Oscars edition of A Rough House Divided.
Oh, yeah,
Three
buddy.
rounds of movie trivia and movie type games. And then the last round is, two rounds. And then the last round, the third round, is a draft where,
That's right.
where we're going to explain to you what the topic is when we get there. But, Chris, you had a big win last time.
I finally won a draft.
You did. And that put you over to actually win the game as a whole, yes?
No, I don't think so. I
'Cause
think you beat me in both.
I thought you had me on trivia. I thought it was split 1-1.
Did I have you in trivia?
Yeah, maybe.
I don't even remember. It's been like a while at this
Yeah,
point.
Yeah.
Almost a month, actually.
Yes.
January 10th or something like that.
Yeah, apologies. Illness and whatnot fucked up our whole recording
Illness,
schedule.
Royal Rumble,
Everything.
catch up. It is what it is.
Yes.
I honestly I can't remember. You may be right. But okay, cool.
Anyway,
I'll take it.
We kick off with the first round, which is 5 trivia questions.
Yep.
As always, Chris, I like to ask you, would you like to give or receive?
Well,
Yeah.
we're talking about the trivia game.
We're talking
We're
about the trivia game for right now.
for right. Okay, we'll see what happens later. You know what? I will receive tonight.
Okay, well, you know me. I like doing my themed games.
Mm-hmm.
So since we are talking about the Oscars, all of my questions are relative to the Oscars. Are yours as well?
So are mine.
Okay, well let's hope we didn't overlap on Oscar.
I have an extra or two just in case we did.
All right, well, I'm going to go
And
ahead.
hopefully we'll get different links for questions.
Yeah. Let's kick off with this one, Chris.
Okay.
This 1939 classic.
Oh, you dick.
Oh, do you already have this question?
No, you're just going back to 1930s on
Well,
me.
it's a classic. It is the
Okay.
longest Best Picture nominee.
1930. I mean, 39.
Yes.
Fuck. When was that movie? See now, because I'm very bad with years. That's I shouldn't be telling you this because you're gonna harp on years for trivia to come. My gut instinct. 39.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember how long Wizard of Oz is. That was my gut. And you said nominee, not winner, right?
I said nominee.
Okay, because I'm pretty sure the longest Best Picture winner was Lawrence of Arabia, and that was definitely not 39. Anyway, I feel like Citizen Kane was later than that. It couldn't have been in the 30s. I'll just go Wizard of Oz.
I'm sorry, Chris. Coming in at 2 hours and 54 minutes in length, 1939's Gone with the Wind. Is
Oh, Gone with the
longest
Wind!
Best
Shit.
Picture
Fuck,
nominee.
man, balls.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and let me tell you, that is a movie where you feel all 2 hours and 54 minutes of it. Whether it's the casual racism or a character being paralyzed and you're almost happy about it. That movie does not deserve the classic title. Yep, that's right. Me, a man who hosts a pro wrestling podcast, firing shots at Gone with the Wind.
Okay, how dare you?
Yes.
I've never seen it. I don't know. Okay, so I'm 0 for 1.
Yes.
Question number 1 for you, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
What was the title of the film that won the inaugural Best Animated Feature Oscar?
Oh, man. Best animated feature, first one. What's the title?
And no, I did not give a year.
I know the best animated feature is a more recent addition to the Oscars because like Beauty and the Beast was a Best Picture nominee in like
Correct.
early 90s, 91, I think. And I know that like the first Toy Story or maybe the second Toy Story got like a special recognition Oscar or something like that. I'm pretty sure it's a Pixar movie because for the most part, they tend to run the board in this category.
Mhm.
I am going to, although this really wasn't that recently, I'm going to go with The Incredibles.
That is incorrect. Of all things, the inaugural Best Animated Feature Academy Award winner was Shrek, the first Shrek film.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I believe 2001. if I'm not
Okay.
mistaken, was the year.
The first Shrek is actually one of the few good Shreks. I think only the first two were good, and then they kept
I
going.
think I've only seen the first two.
Yeah.
They did 4 of them, right?
Yep.
If you don't count the Puss in Boots spinoff.
Right.
Right. 'Cause they-
The primary core parts of the Shrek cinematic universe, not the spinoffs.
Yeah, the SCU. SCU.
All right, Chris. All right, Chris. So we're talking about
I just
Shrek.
popped myself so hard on that.
We're talking about sequels. Let's talk.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Let's keep talking about sequels here. So
Uh-huh.
your second question, Chris. What are the only 2 sequels?
Oh, 2 of them. Damn it.
Only 2 sequels to have won Best Picture.
Sequel as in direct number 2 in a
It is a not as in a direct number 2,
okay,
but
all right.
as in it's part of a film saga.
So then the answers, if I'm not mistaken, would be the first Godfather Part 2, and then the other would be Lord of the Rings Return of the King.
Nailed them both.
Yeah, baby.
Godfather Part
Correct.
2 in 1974 and Return of the King in 2003.
Okay. All right. I knew definitely Return of the King was one. That's why I thought that's where you were going with.
Mm-hmm.
Then you threw in both of them like you son of a bitch.
Yes.
Okay. All right. For you, my friend. Speaking of Return of the King,
Yes.
Ben-Hur,
Mhm.
Titanic,
Mhm.
and Return of the King from The Lord of the Rings are tied for the record for the most Oscar wins in a single year. How many Academy Awards did each film win in their respective years?
Oh my God. How many Oscars didn't win in their year? I can vaguely picture in my mind the DVD packaging for Return of the King, and it has like blank Oscar or blank Academy Award winner, and it's the number.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna guess here.
Okay.
And this is one not nominated?
One, correct.
Okay.
WON 1.
Yes. 12.
Oh, buddy.
Oh.
Oh, you overshot by 1.
It was 11? Son
It
of a
was
bitch.
11. It was 11.
Son of
Wow.
a bitch.
Whew.
But yeah, I had the mind's eye of the widescreen Lord of the Rings Return of the King, and it's like,
Yeah.
I feel like it's in like the lower left corner. Winner
Your mind's
of
eye.
winner of blank number of Academy Awards.
11.
11. Okay.
Milk and eggs, bitch. All right. What do you got for me? I'm up 1
Chicken
zip.
parm. Yes. Well,
Chicken's not vegan?
I think I thought this was an interesting fact. You might hate this question though. I'm sorry.
Thanks.
Okay, so this day and age, movies hit home video pretty quickly. If you wanted to right now, you could sit down at your house and watch, I think, 7 out of the 8 Best Picture nominees via iTunes or Amazon or whatever you like. That wasn't always the way it was. There was a longer period of time. This was the first Best Picture to be released on home video prior to winning the Oscars.
Okay, so first Best Picture winner released a home video before
It actually won.
before
an
it
Oscar.
actually won. And you're not giving a year on this.
I will give you a year, 1991.
1991. Okay. So, 91. That's okay. That is before. That's before. Okay, that's before Gump. That's before 91. Oh, why does this sound familiar to me? You know what? My gut's telling me something, and I may be wrong, but I'm gonna go with it.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go with the Kevin Costner classic, Dances with Wolves.
I'm sorry, Chris. It is The Silence of the Lambs.
Fuck, of course it is, you dummy. Oh,
Sorry, bud.
man.
Sorry,
Oh, man. Chris, what is wrong with you? You knew that.
I didn't
Oh,
realize
damn.
Silence of the Lambs won Best Picture when I was doing research for this. I knew
You
Jodie
did.
Foster won, and I knew Anthony Hopkins won. Didn't know that Silence of the Lambs got Best Picture. It
You
feels
won the
too
big 5.
It feels too genre-y to be like a Best Picture winner.
I mean, it's a horror thriller, but
Yeah.
it's really good.
No, it's fantastic. I just picked it up on iTunes over the weekend. They were doing like
It-
a $5
really?
Academy Award winner thing, so I picked
Yeah.
up that and I picked up Gladiator. So I'm looking forward to rewatching both of them.
There's a lot of trivia about Silence of the Lambs, actually.
It
was.
I was gonna say, is that your next question? Silence of the Lambs question? Oh,
no,
okay.
no. I didn't put any of them on mine. But just to throw some out there, I don't know if you have any others about it. It's the last
Yeah.
film to win the Big Five.
Oh, okay.
That's Best Picture, Director, Screenplay, Actor, and Actress. And I believe only 3 films have done that in
Yeah.
history. There was
So like that's the Oscar version of the EGOT.
pretty much, yeah. It's also, I believe, the holds the record for the best actor winner having the least amount of screen time, because I think Hannibal Lecter only has like a total of 16 minutes of total screen time in the whole film, but won best actor for it. So anyway, this is just things I've picked up through hosting trivia games weekly. So
Nice.
I'm pissed at myself, clearly,
Yes.
for not getting that,
Yes.
considering I know all this extra shit about it, and I should have known it.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, I am 1 for 3. You are 0 for 2. Here comes your third question.
Okay.
What's the name of the actor that was the last man to be in 3 Best Picture nominees in a single year? And I'll give you those 3 films. This may help you out. The 3 films are Chicago,
Uh-huh.
The Hours, Hours, and Gangs of New York. This was in 2002. This one actor was in all 3 of those Best Picture nominees.
The Hours, Chicago, Gangs of New York. Hours, Chicago, Gangs of New York. Wow, I don't like. I'm thinking of top build. I don't really know the Hours, so I'm just focusing on Gangs of New York and Chicago. And I'm like, Richard Gere is in Chicago, but he's not in Gangs of New York. Gangs of New York, that's Daniel Day-Lewis and Leo DiCaprio. So that means it must be like a character actor-y type. But I don't recall who else was in Gangs of New York because I haven't seen it since like it came out on DVD, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Fuck. I'm going to be wrong and guess John C. Reilly.
You are correct.
Oh, no shit!
That is it. It is John C. Reilly. Wow. I don't know how the hell you pulled that out of your ass.
Oh my god, I was joking. I knew John C. Reilly was a bit of a song and dance man, but oh man.
John C. Reilly
Oh,
was the
wow.
last person to be in 3 Best Picture nominees in a single year.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Step Brothers missed out on Best
Yes.
Picture that one year. So
If I would have, I was going to throw in something about the Catalina wine mixer in there, but I figured that would be a little too much. All right, we are each 1 for 3 right now.
Okay,
2
well.
questions each left.
all right. So movies have had a lot of changes, Chris, and one of the biggest was the shift from black and white to color. What is the most recent black and white film to win Best Picture?
Oh man, to win Best Picture.
Yes, to win it.
Okay, because I know if I'm not mistaken, the most recent Best Picture nominee was Roma last year. So that's out because it didn't win Best Picture. Okay. Oh boy. Was it The Artist?
It was The Artist, one of the most controversial wins
All
of
right.
a Best Picture ever, winning in
All right.
2011.
I was torn between The Artist and The Pianist. 'Cause it wasn't The Pianist in black and white as
Nope,
well?
color. You see,
Nope? Okay.
yeah, you see Harvey Keitel's penis in The Pianist.
Oh, I have to watch The Pianist.
Yeah, there you go.
All right,
I
2 for
was
me.
hoping you might think it was Schindler's List.
No, didn't that lose that year to Gump? Wasn't that 94?
93 was Schindler.
Well, yeah, but it would have been the 94 Oscars.
Oh, you know what? Fair point. Anyway, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Just a thought there.
Okay,
But
all
yeah,
right.
that's what I would have hung you up on it there. But yeah,
Okay.
The Artist.
Which one do I want to give you here? Okay. What 2009 film
Mhm.
was the first motion picture directed by an African American to be nominated for Best Picture?
2009 film, first one
Nominated.
nominated. didn't win, I assume.
Directed by an African American. Yep.
Oh man, I can't recall what. Like, I know Spike Lee got nominated for Black Klansman, but that was too recent. I don't recall if he had a movie that came out in 2009 that, like, I feel like Black Klansman was the first Spike Lee movie in a while where people were like, "Oh, this is really good," and not just like, "He's a great filmmaker." You know, which seems to be the way certain filmmakers go. After a while, you just kind of go, "How was it?" Well, you know, he's one of the best filmmakers. So the movie was average, yeah. Anyway, I don't think it was 2009, but I'm gonna go with Steve McQueen's 12 Years a Slave.
Nope, it wasn't that. If I were to throw a frying pan at your head, would that elicit a better response?
No, what is it?
Precious.
Oh, no shit.
Precious, yeah, 2009.
Precious, based on the novel Push by Sapphire.
There you go. Yeah.
I didn't realize I got nominated for Best Picture. I remember
It
Monique
did.
winning Best Supporting Actress, but I didn't realize I got nominated for Best Picture. Not a movie
Yeah.
I've actually sat down and watched. I have a hard time convincing myself to watch, like,
Super sad
intentionally-
movies?
Yeah, intentionally traumatic movies.
Yeah,
It's not out of a lack of, like, oh, I don't want to understand what people went through, or a lack of respect for the craft. It's just hard for me to be like, hell yeah, gonna go see Precious. Like,
That's part of the reason we haven't watched Marriage Story yet. I hear it's great.
yeah,
But
yeah.
it's like just
No.
a fucking sad movie.
Yeah, exactly. I enjoy being married and don't want to, like,
Right.
start to waver that base underneath me.
Yes, there you go. Okay, all right. So it is 2-1.
Yes.
This is my fifth question. If I get
Yeah.
this one, I'll put this round away.
Yes, indeed. So, Chris, tonight the Oscars have no host.
Right.
Because last year they had no host and it worked out pretty well, I guess. Of course, the most regular host, the most beloved host, is one Billy Crystal. He's hosted it 9 times. Who's number 2?
Fuck. How many times? You
4.
said, do you know? 4?
Yes.
I feel like it would be another comedian type person. I don't recall. God, do I remember Chris Rock hosting the Oscars? I think I do. Chris Rock's floating through my head. Also floating through my head is Steve Martin, because he's Steve Martin.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think like a Seinfeld or anybody.
What's the deal with movies?
Why can't I get in them?
I was in one of them.
movie.
Yeah. Do you like jazz? Oh, sorry.
Do you like cars and coffee?
Yeah. I got a show for you.
Those are the top 2 in my head right now. But 4 times. I know whichever one I pick is going to be the other one, because that's just how things roll. If it's either, I feel like it's one of those 2 people, though. I am going to go with Steve Martin.
I'm sorry. Steve Martin, I believe, has hosted twice. Chris Rock has hosted twice.
Okay.
Second most behind Billy Crystal. Billy Crystal hosted 9 times. This person hosted 4 times. Whoopi Goldberg.
Ah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
They were working through the
comic relief
people, but not putting Robin Williams in the mix.
No Robin, which is stupid.
Yeah.
Something fell. All right. So I am 2 for 5 on the trivia. So you can tie for round number 1.
I probably won't, but let's try it.
I think there's a chance you get this one. Okay. What was the only film that nabbed Marty Scorsese a nod for Best Picture where he wrote the screenplay?
Best Picture that he wrote the screenplay.
Yeah, only one of the films that he was nominated for Best Picture for, he wrote the screenplay for.
Okay.
Which film is it?
I am between 2 movies. either Taxi Driver, because I feel like that puts Scorsese on the map, or Raging Bull, because I feel like that was like the post Scorsese coming out of a Coke Haze movie. That was like sort of his big like I'm sober and I'm still a filmmaker movie. So it would make sense that he wrote it.
Okay.
Because I don't think he wrote The Departed. I don't think he wrote Gangs of New York, although I don't even think Gangs of New York won Best Picture.
This is just nomination.
No nomination
for Best Picture.
Okay. I'm still thinking Raging Bull, so I'm going to go with Raging Bull.
It is Goodfellas.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, that's the only one that he wrote that got the Best Picture nod.
Huh. Well,
damn. All right, so round one goes to me.
Yes.
2-1. Wow, we did not do well in trivia this week.
No, it was a rough time on trivia. So for the middle game, Chris, we've been doing Last Man Stanton. Do you still want to do Stanton, or do you want to try to do the movie chain game?
Explain that one to me again.
So basically, it's an idea of not breaking the chain. So basically, I throw an actor, let's say Samuel L. Jackson. You will say Samuel L. Jackson was in Captain America Winter Soldier with Chris Evans, and I will say Chris Evans was in Knives Out with Daniel Craig, and then you'd say Daniel Craig.
You can't repeat an actor.
Can't repeat an actor. Traditionally, rules are you can't repeat movies, and you just have to keep the chain going.
Yeah, let's give it a shot. Let's see how we do here. I feel like the people I picked are all Oscar winners, so they've been on a number of things.
Yes.
So they could certainly be used for this.
Yeah, and what I was thinking also is because this could run a bit longer than our Stanton games, maybe we just do 5 overall.
Okay, sure.
Does that feel right? So
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Best of 5?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Would you like to start, Chris?
Okay, let's and if I say the name, then you give the first film?
Yes, exactly.
Or do I give this person was in this film and then you go, well, he was in how do we start? Do I just give you the name?
Yeah, just give me the name.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm overcomplicating things.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Okay. Academy Award winner, Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson was in Batman with Michael Keaton.
Okay. Michael Keaton was in oh Christ, I'm not fucking already. He was in Spider-Man Homecoming with Tom Holland.
Tom Holland was in Spider-Man Far From Home with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal was in Brokeback Mountain with Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger was in The Dark Knight with Christian Bale.
Okay. Christian Bale was in The Prestige with Hugh Jackman.
All right. Huge jacked man was in what movie do we go with? Les Miserables with Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe was in Gladiator with Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix was in. Now here's the fun part about this. You could be a dick. I could be like, Joaquin Phoenix was a Joker with Mark Maron. See what you can do, bitch. But I want to keep the chain going. So Joaquin Phoenix was in Joker with Bobby De Niro.
Hey, Bobby.
See, the thing about Bobby is
Robert De Niro was in this. This is a callback for anybody who listens to the one I botched Robert De Niro in Last Man Stanton. Yeah. Robert De Niro was in The Fan with Wesley Snipes.
Ah, okay. Wesley Snipes was in Blade Trinity with Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
You're a cunt. Hunter Hearst Helmsley was in The Chaperone with Ariel Winter.
Ah, fuck.
Suck a dick, Marty.
All right, Chris has one.
Oh, Christ.
And now you see the fun.
Oh boy.
By the way, dear listeners, this is my favorite. If you're with a group of people and you're standing in line for something, this is like our go-to game to kill time.
Whew. All right. Good one. All right. So you provide the actor now.
Yes. I will go with Sylvester Stallone.
Sly Stallone. Okay. He was in Demolition Man with Wesley Snipes.
Well, Wesley Snipes, he was in Blade Trinity. I don't know if you know this. Wesley Snipes And his eyes that he refused to open, so they had to CG them on, was in Blade Trinity with Ryan Reynolds.
Okay, all right. Ryan Reynolds was in Deadpool 2 with Josh Brolin.
All right. Josh Brolin was in... what Josh Brolin movie do I want to use? No Country for Old Men with Javier Bardem.
Oh boy. Okay, Javier Bardem was in Skyfall with Daniel Craig.
All right, Daniel Craig was in Knives Out with Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis was in she was in A Fish Called Wanda with Kevin Kline.
Wow. Kevin Kline was in Dave with Sigourney Weaver.
Good pull on Dave. That's actually a funny film.
Yes.
Okay, Sigourney Weaver was in Ghostbusters with Dan Aykroyd.
Dan Aykroyd was in Nothing But Trouble with Demi Moore.
Demi Moore was in... Oh, fuck. Oh, boy. Okay, I know movies she's in, but who the fuck else is in these movies? Demi Moore was in Indecent Proposal with Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson was in Solo, A Star Wars Story with Emilia Clarke.
Emilia Clarke was in the god-awful Terminator Genesis.
Nice.
With Arnold Schwarzenegger.
All right. Arnold Schwarzenegger was in True Lies with Tom Arnold.
God damn it. Tom Arnold was in Big Bully with Rick Moranis.
Rick Moranis was in Ghostbusters 2 with Bill Murray.
Okay. Bill Murray was in Stripes with John Candy.
John Candy was in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles with Steve Martin.
Oh, fuck. Shit, who else was in that movie?
Well, you don't need to know who else was in that movie. You just need to know other movies that Steve Martin was in.
Oh, that's right. Steve Martin was in he was in Father of the Bride with Martin Short.
Martin Short, I only know this because I watched it last night. Martin Short was in the shitty 2002 Disney movie Treasure Planet with Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Okay, Joseph Gordon-Levitt was in Angels in the Outfield with Christopher Lloyd.
Christopher Lloyd was in Back to the Future with Michael J. Fox.
Oh, shit. Michael J. Fox. Uh-oh. Okay, TV shows don't count. Sorry, Alex P. Keaton, and whomever you played in Spin City. Why can't I think of any other fucking movies with Michael J. Fox? I got nothing.
All right, so second one goes to me then.
Damn it. What else was he in?
Teen Wolf, but I can't tell you anyone else who's in it off the top of my head. The other Back to the Future movies, you could bring in Mary Steenburgen at that point. You could bring in Crispin Glover at that point, Leah Thompson.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about the sequels. I wasn't thinking about
Doc Hollywood.
Yeah, Doc. Okay, all right. I get it. You're better than me. All right.
Yeah. Well, no. I could name movies, but if you're like, all right, who else was in Doc Hollywood? I would go an assortment of character actors who were trying to just make a living wage, and that would be all I could provide.
All right. You were starting off with Sir Anthony Hopkins.
Sir Anthony Hopkins was in Silence of the Lambs with Jodie Foster.
Okay. Jodie Foster was in Taxi Driver with... Can we repeat from other...
Yeah.
Okay, Robert De Niro.
All right, Robert De Niro was in Analyze This with Billy Crystal.
Billy Crystal was in The Princess Bride with Carrie Elways.
Carrie Elways was in Hot Shots with Charlie Sheen?
Yes, he was. Charlie Sheen was in Major League with Tom Berenger. I almost went Wesley Snipes again, but I couldn't.
Tom Berenger was in The Substitute with who the fuck knows? You got me. You got me.
Oh, you didn't go Major League 2.
Oh, shit.
You had the same mistake I made.
Ah, shit.
I'll take that point.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
I like this better than Stanton as of right now. We'll see.
Is it because you're winning?
Not necessarily. It's more fun. I feel like it's more, it's more fun. Keeps you going.
Yeah. Okay. So that.
All right.
This is round 4. Yeah.
This is the 4th. Yes. I'm up 2-1.
Okay. Cool. Let's go with Matt Damon was in Good Will Hunting. Sorry.
You just give me the name, right?
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
Matt Damon. My apologies.
All right. Matt Damon was in Dogma with Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck was in Paycheck with Uma Thurman.
Uma Thurman was in Kill Bill Volume 2 with Michael Madsen.
Michael Madsen was in Kill Bill Volume 1 with Vivica A. Fox.
Vivica A. Fox was in Independence Day with Will Smith.
Ah, Big Willie weekend coming at us. All right. Will Smith was in Gemini Man with Will Smith. No, Will Smith. Will Smith was in Gemini Man with Clive Owen.
He was in that? Okay.
Yeah, he's the big bad of Gemini Man. A movie that I got cheap on iTunes and haven't watched yet.
Well, you probably paid too much for it. Clive Owen was that him in that? Why can't I think of fucking Clive Owen movies or people that were in movies with him? Clive Owen was in Daredevil was he not Bullseye? Who played Bullseye?
No, that was Colin Farrell.
Fuck, it was Colin Farrell. Shit. Why do I get them confused? I don't know Clive Owen very well.
Children of Men would be where I would go because Children of Men.
Oh
man, that is.
I know. It's highly regarded.
Yeah, that's one. That's one for you there. Okay, so you give me a name, and then we're tied 2-2, right?
Yeah, we're tied 2 up. And the next one, winner takes the round. All right, I'm gonna give you Whoopi Goldberg.
Fuck. Whoopi Goldberg. Whoopi Goldberg was in The Color Purple with Oprah Winfrey.
Fuck you. Are you fucking kidding me right now?
All right, then Whoopi Goldberg was
in... No, you said it.
Okay.
It's shitty, but I'll take it. Okay, Oprah. Fucking hell. That's a dick move.
I can give an alternate.
It's I don't want to be a whiner and then not take what was said. You said it. It's the game. Oprah Winfrey had to have been in other fucking movies. Oprah was nope, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what Oprah was in.
I'll be honest. The only other one I had for Oprah for Whoopi was in Sister Act with Kathy to Jimmy.
I could have gone Hocus Pocus.
Is that what you'd like to do?
Or you could have gone the one she won the fucking Oscar for, which was Ghost with Patrick fucking Swayze.
Whoops.
But nope, we go The Color Purple, and Marty takes round 2 with Oprah fucking Winfrey.
Okay.
And I'm butthurt over it, as if you can't tell.
I can tell a little bit. All right, so third and final round. It is the movie draft.
Damn it.
And what we are drafting is, if I recall correctly, what we talked about over text. These are the best movies to not win Best Picture. Is that correct?
Right. Yeah. Films that were nominated for Best Picture but did not win.
Yes. So, Chris, would you like for first pull, or would you like the 2 spot where you get 2 to start?
I'm gonna take the 2 spot.
Okay. So my first movie will be Pulp Fiction.
I knew it would be. Okay. Smart choice. My first 2 are going to be Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope.
Okay.
And then I will take... Fuck. Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Nice. Going with the Lucasfilm 1-2 punch.
You know, hey kids, if you're going for popular vote here, you know.
Well, I'm gonna go for one of the ones I was surprised was not Best Picture.
Okay.
When I was doing my research on the biggest snubs, Citizen Kane.
Okay, all right, that was on my list.
Very surprised by that.
Yeah, lost to How Green Was the Valley, which really stands the test of time.
That's true of a lot of Best Picture nominees.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, there's still a good number of ones to come. My next choice, knowing you, I'm shocked you have not yet chosen this one.
Oh, you're going for my heart, aren't you?
Yep. Fuck you, Oprah. Mad Max: Fury Road.
Son of a bitch. Okay.
Which lost to Spotlight, which is a good film.
It is a very good movie, but seriously, Saving Private Ryan will be my next one. And I believe that lost to Shakespeare in Love.
You are correct, 98.
Yeah.
Okay, my next choice. Boy. I'm kind of torn. Do I go for an older one? Older one, it's a great flick, but it's kind of niche. You know what? I'm going to take Goodfellas. I'm taking Goodfellas.
That was on my list, but it's all good.
Lost to Dances with Wolves.
Yeah. I'm going to go with kind of a curveball. Apocalypse Now.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't love that movie, so it didn't make my list, but I understand people do.
Yeah.
Okay. Apocalypse Now. We each have one left. So we took Raiders, we got Pulp Fiction, Goodfellas, Citizen Kane, Star Wars, Saving Private Ryan. Boy. What do I go here? A couple options. I don't want to blurt them out because you could then steal them and use them.
Yeah.
You know what? This may end up kicking me in the ass in the long run. But I'm going to take Up.
Up.
The Pixar film Up.
Nice. Very good choice. So with that, I get to pick my last one, and in turn I get to talk a little bit about the theories I have here. So I like I said, did my research, put together a list of the movies where I was like, oh man, these are movies that definitely I feel like should have won Best Picture but didn't.
Yep.
So the ones I have left, because you got a few of them from my list, I have The Social Network, Get Out, and Fargo.
Fargo is on my list too.
Yeah. Fargo, I feel like is a little nichey, but then again, I think I might rate The Social Network higher than the average person. Get Out, I think is fantastic, but I'll be honest, it's not typical Best Picture fare. So if you were to I'm putting myself in the seat of the person voting, which I'm sure is more just someone making a quick decision. But if
there's also recency bias to take into consideration as well.
Exactly, and that's why I'm also looking on a longer tail. So I'm going to say Fargo for my 5 spot.
That's a strong one. I strongly consider that one. Of the ones that I had on my list that we didn't choose, There Will Be Blood was on my list, and the other one was the older one that I was thinking of that is kind of niche but is fucking great, was Dr. Strangelove.
Ah, nice. Nice. Good
which
pull.
lost to My Fair Lady. I love Dr. Strangelove. but there we go. Okay, so Marty has chosen Pulp Fiction, Citizen Kane, Saving Private Ryan, Apocalypse Now, and Fargo. And I've chosen Star Wars Episode 4: A New Hope, The Raiders of the Lost Ark, Mad Max Fury Road, Goodfellas, and Up, the Pixar animated film.
It definitely feels like we've pulled each other's lists for this.
Yeah. It's true. I do love Citizen Kane and Saving Private. Except for Apocalypse Now.
Yeah.
That's the only one not on my list. But it's pretty spot on there.
Yeah.
All right. So this will determine the winner of this round of A Rough House Divided. It's the Oscar edition, as the Oscars are happening right now.
Yes.
We'll put that poll up as we wrap it up. They're actually starting exactly this moment, the Oscars. So any favorites to win? What do you hope wins some of the big categories? Anything going on there?
Really hoping for Parasite to get Best Picture.
I
don't think it will. I feel like it's going to be 1917, but I would love for that. Just anything but Joker.
Likewise.
Yes.
Although I do think it's a shoo-in for Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, probably. And I think it's more of one of those like gold watch Oscars of like, hey, you've been a really good actor for a very long time, and now
he hasn't won an Oscar yet.
Maybe not Best Actor. He might have won Best Supporting for Gladiator, but I don't think he's won Best Actor before.
Speaking of Best Supporting, I think it's Brad Pitt's category to lose for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Yeah. There's a chance Tarantino picks it up for Best Director.
Yeah,
but
I feel like he's more likely going to get screenplay than anything else.
Best Original Screenplay, yeah. Although I would much rather Rian Johnson win for Knives Out, because I enjoyed that a hell of a lot more than I did Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yes.
Although there's also Sam Mendes in for director because of 1917. I'd love to see Bong Joon-ho pick it up for Parasite. I want to see Parasite win something. Not just it's a lock for Best Foreign Film.
Yes.
Pretty much, but I wanted to see one of the bigger ones.
Yeah, yeah. And really, the thing that would be amazing is a big run-in from Adam Sandler in the Best Picture category, just winning it despite not even being on the ballot.
I retweeted it last night, and if you haven't watched it, you should. He picked up Best Actor at the Independent Spirit Awards, and his speech was fucking fantastic. Yeah. And if you haven't seen Uncut Gems yet, do it because it's fantastic.
Go see it. Yes. Anyway, movies are awesome. This has been awesome. Let's see who wins some Oscars. And until next time, I'm Marty.
And I'm Christoph, and we like movies.
Bye, guys.